do not permit any test licensee to connect to any public network. Yeah. IP over SMS. Well, you're very happy to have you implemented. We're looking forward to your contribution. You know, IP over short message carrier. Well, it's an exciting approach, especially since SMS can in turn be delivered over GPRS, so you get a very interesting protocol stacking here. I wonder whether the lawful interception authorities already have specified interfaces for that. Yeah, so anyway, we don't really know how many attempted voice calls we had so far. I don't know, what's the status of statistics by now? Apparently undecided. I'm going to continue. We can show, I have some graphs that I can show you. I'll just have to finish the presentation first. So if you want to learn more about OpenBSC or GSM in general, I recommend the following couple of links. OpenBSC is obviously the software we use. We have a wiki, we have a mailing list, we have a Git server, and so on, the typical development. Apparently we have redundant microphones. Well, the specs obviously, but they're, as I said, they're very dense literature. There is a guy called Joachim Göller from Berlin. He has, a homepage where he wrote some very interesting documents about GSM protocols, and I think for an introductory reading into the protocols, you know, not GSM networks on an abstract level, it's like, ooh, you know, this TDMA stuff, but actual protocol traces and explanations of protocol traces, you can go to that site and you can learn more about the actual protocol interaction. There is the THC GSM wiki, and obviously there's also OpenBTS, which is a similar project which also tries to, or is building a GSM network in a box, a kind of approach, just using different hardware than we are doing. OpenBSC is definitely also worth checking out. Now, a couple of thanks to Zeke, Alpha One, Stefan, and Jan for their work on OpenBSC. There's somebody whom I will just call W for his extensive ABIS protocol traces. Dieter Spar for his excellent input, Carsten Keil for MISDN, Andreas Eversberg for the LCR interface, and the organizers of HAR, whose name I still cannot pronounce, Stichting Hux or whatever, for getting the license. And obviously all the voluntary testers, I think many of them sitting in the audience. Now I have two pictures of, regarding stability, regarding statistics. Sorry. I thought I had two pictures. I'm sorry. Where did I put it? Just give me 1 second. I'm sorry. We will put the statistics pictures online on the wiki and link them and so on. Basically, we have a couple of graphs showing the relationships of people sending SMSs, so social networking diagram kind of thing. Who relates to whom, who has sent what to whom. Somebody is sending messages, apparently. Very interesting. This is a test, SMS from an HTC Magic Android. Cheers. Well, thank you. You can see SMS is working. I will not show the graphs here. We also, as I said, it's a relationship graph where you can see who sent SMSs to whom, and you can also see a graph showing the number of attempted voice calls, the number of voice calls where we actually rang the other side, and the number of voice calls that were actually established over time at this event. We will continue to run those statistics and provide them also after the event is finished, all linked from the HAR wiki. Okay, then thanks for listening to this talk. Right now I'm going to switch my function or hat and talk about the AirPro project. But if you have any specific questions right now, very specific questions to the network that we're running here, feel free to ask questions now.
So we continue at 4 o'clock here with the talk about air probe, which is basically sniffing GSM of the air. Again, at 4 o'clock we continue here.